Well, hello everyone. Remember this video was my Christmas haul. I was showing you guys some fake Urban Decay products that I got. I promised you guys that I was going to come back and do a comparison video of the real versus the fake. Sorry, I will not include links to where I got these, the products came from, because I don't want the company to think I'm endorsing the fake products. This is simply an educational video so that you can tell the difference between fake and real Urban Decay. You can always Google or eBay if you're trying to find them. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to touch on for the most part, I'm going to start with the Naked Basics palette. This is the packaging. Now, as you can see, the packaging itself, let me give you a little bit more light, is pretty head-on from the front. This palette right here is the authentic one, and this one is the fake one, okay? So let me reposition my light. Okay, so let's just flip it over. And as far as the back, that's pretty head-on too. So as far as the packaging with this palette, there's really not much of a difference, not from what I can see. So let's just take it out the packaging. Okay, now that we're out the box, we're seeing a little bit of difference. Obviously, the fake palette is way darker. I mean, but if you don't have the real palette, you really wouldn't know that because you wouldn't have it to compare it to. But here's the real palette in color, and here's the fake one. So it's darker. As far as the back, basically the same thing, except this look like it has some kind of number printed on it that's smeared off, but I don't know how true that is. So let's open it up and compare the inside. Okay, so the inside is pretty much the same. They both have a huge mirror, and here are the colors right here. So yeah, as far as the inside, the colors, you have Venus, Foxy, WOS, Naked 2, Faint, and Crave. The colors are numbered the same. The look is the same. So as far as the palette itself, the only difference I'm seeing is the color. The fake palette is darker in color. So let me do swatches and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've swatched both palettes on my hand. Okay, now I want this to be in good view though. There we go. Now as far as coloration, the only color that is off drastically is this color right here, which is Faint. And this is the real colors up top. On the real palette is way darker than in the fake palette, and the black is a little bit off too, because in the fake palette they actually have it as black, and it's really in true life like a real deep chocolate brown. So that's the only difference I would see as far as coloration. To be perfectly honest with you, the pigmentation in the fake palette was better than the one in the Urban Decay palette. Easier to swatch and took less effort. But we all know in these fake palettes, you never know what they're making them with. They could have lead in them or whatever. You never know because you don't know the ingredients because it's fake. So that's the only risk that you're really taking. But it's the same vendors that make all those palettes we love off of eBay. So if you use those palettes, you might as well take your risk with this. So as far as the Naked Basics palette, the only difference I see is the fake palette is darker as far as the packaging, and this one color right here, Faint, is off. And just so you know, this is Venus, this is Foxy, this is WOS, this is Naked 2, this is Faint, and this is Crave. Real right here, fake right here. Okay, so let's test one more thing and see how easy the colors come off. The fake one, it wiped off with ease. A little bit staining from the black. And same thing with the real one. Right there. Okay, so we're going to move into the Naked 1 palette. Now, just in case you don't know, the purpose of this video is a lot of time people get real excited about makeup and they just go and buy stuff from eBay and here and there. And if you really don't know about makeup, you really don't know this stuff is fake. Some of that stuff is fake. So A lot of people fall for the fake MAC, so my hint with that is if you're not sure if it's real or not, just always buy it from a MAC store, a MAC counter, or something like that. And the main reason why I'm so big on fake makeup and not brushes and stuff is because sometimes it's harmful chemicals in this stuff that could harm your skin, your eyes, and etc. So anyway, we're on to the Naked palette. Now, this is not the box that came in, but I don't have my original box, so I will insert a picture right here of how the Naked 1 palette actually comes. Okay, so this box is dead on hint. If you order a Naked palette and they come in a box like this, they should tell you right there it's fake. Okay, so let's get the palettes just in case they try to be a little tricky and take it out the box. You'll know how to tell. Okay, so up top we have the real one right here. Mine is actually obviously very worn out. And right here we have the fake one. Now the packaging is dead on with this because I'm quite sure mine looked like this when I first got it. And here's the back just in case you want to see it. They mocked that pretty well, so let's open it up and see what we got. Okay, up top we have the real palette, and here's the fake one right here. As far as the inside of the packaging, that was mocked pretty good too. Just a basic velvet packaging with it's cardboard basically. But okay, let's get into what was in it. I got the original Naked palette, so mine came with the 2-end eyeliner. Okay, so here it is, but it's ridiculously small now because I've used the heck out of it. But if you got the palette when it sold out and it came back, it came with the brushes that look like this. So I don't have the brush, so I can't compare it, but I'm almost sure it was a dual-ended brush. But this is a pretty nice brush. It has Urban Decay right there in it. But yeah, okay, so let's move on to the colors. Now we have our swatches. Let's just hope and pray they all fit into the frame. Woohoo, they do. Okay, let's get it. So right here, let's see what we have. The top is the real palette and the bottom is the fake one. Just like the other palette, pigmentation is head-on. It's soft, it's buttery, easy to swatch, a little bit easier than the real palette. But let's go into the colors. Virgin is what we have here first. Remember, the real ones are at the top. In the fake palette, it's a little bit more shimmery. I will say that. Then we're going to skip over to Naked, which is this color right here. In the fake palette, it is lighter. We're going to skip over to Buck, which is my favorite color in this palette right here. And in the fake palette, it's lighter. Also, right here on Half Baked. Half Baked is a shimmery gold color. In the fake palette, they got a little bit on the matte side. I'm sorry. Dark Horse is two totally different colors right here. This is Dark Horse. It's two totally different colors in the palette, so that's all the way off. And yeah, that's about it. So probably about 4 of the 12 colors in this palette is off. Nothing major, but this is still a great dupe. And if you don't know any better, you would still think it's real. So let's move on to Naked 2. Okay, so we're back on packaging with the Naked 2. Please keep in mind that there is already, yes, I said already because it just came out, a Naked 3 fake palette. But that palette is so off. If you don't know it's a dupe, something is wrong. I mean, the colors are not even the same. I have a picture of it, and I will insert it right here for you guys. And I actually got it from somebody, but I don't know if they want me to mention their name, so I'm just using the picture, okay? So, back to the Naked 2. Here is the box of the Naked 2. I don't have the original box. We all know it did not come in a package like this. And so I will insert a picture of how the Naked 2 comes so you can see that. And let's move on to the palette. Okay, so this one is going to be a whole lot easier on me because I hardly ever use the Naked 2 palette. So I still have the brush and all of that still intact. Now, here's both of the palettes. If you don't have both of them, no big difference, right? Now, I have both of them and I'm looking at both of them. And it's a little bit off as far as coloration, but nothing major once again. And it has the same information on the back. The real one does have some kind of sticker attached. So I don't know what that sticker is. Probably an inventory sticker for the company. Both palettes are in the tin cans. And I will say that I know for a fact about this palette right here is that it's hard to open. It's like, here's the real one and it just pops right open. And here's the fake one and it's like, you have to like go a little harder. So now that I have them both open, let's just go ahead and compare the brushes real quick that came in the palettes. Hold up, because I don't want the mirror. Okay. See, mine is still in the plastic. And it's a dual-ended brush, shadow blending, and it just says Naked, Naked 2 right there. That's on the real one. And then on the fake one, I don't want to get my stuff mixed up. Here's it. It's matte. It's not matte. It's like, hold on, is it matte like that? No. The middle part is matte, and it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. The shadow, the blending brush is on this side, and the shadow, and it's way thinner and way lighter. So here's both of them up against each other, and that's what I was meaning by it's backwards if you're reading from the words. All right. Okay, so obviously the brush is off a little bit in the Naked 2 palette, but that's nothing major. I don't think it is, and I don't think that's enough to notice. Well, I guess it would be. If you put the brush to where it says Urban Decay, your shadow brush should be on the right and your blending brush should be on the left. So I guess that would be the #1 hint if you really look into detail like that. So in the palettes, the colors look pretty similar. So let's just go ahead. Let me go back. Go ahead and swatch them and see how that pull off. And okay, let's wrap this up so this video won't be super long. The main part you guys will probably all want to know is the fake palettes range no more than $7 free shipping, and the real palettes are between $48 and $52. So that's your #1 hint to where if the palette is real or fake, the price. Sometimes too good to be true is true. So if the palette is too cheap, then that should tell you right there. So here are the colors. This color right here is off, which is Booty Call right here. No, I'm sorry, not Booty Call, Tease. Tease is off, and this is the real, this is the fake. And all the other colors are dead on. Tease is the only color that is off. It's lighter in the fake palette. So there you have your swatches and all of the swatches from all of the palettes. If I forgot anything or you need to know anything, leave a question below. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Bye.